Hello everyone, I'm Priyanka Bish from DPS Lamachor. Today in this session, we'll be discussing the cash flow statement classification. In the previous session, we have studied the concept of cash flow statement. Cash flow statement means a statement which shows the flow of cash and cash equivalents. ठीक है, कंपनी के अंदर कितना कैश आ रहा है, कितना कैश जा रहा है, बिजनेसमैन उसको एक स्टेटमेंट में दिखाता है, which is known as cash flow statement. So here, cash will include cash in hand, cash at bank or demand deposit at bank. So cash here includes two things. First is cash in hand, whatever amount the businessman is having cash in his business. Second, cash at bank or demand deposit at bank, the cash of the business which is deposited into bank. Now what does cash equivalence means? Cash equivalence means the amount which is equal to cash. So cash equivalent is basically short term, it is highly liquid, easily convertible into cash, and for the period less than 3 months. So cash equivalence includes the items which is easily convertible into cash within a period of 3 months. Now, cash and cash equivalence includes these items. First is cash in hand, whatever amount the businessman is having in the amount of cash. We will add cash at bank and cash in hand. Then checks and draft on hand is also included in cash and cash equivalence. Then short-term investment. Short-term investment for the period less than 3 months, and it includes marketable securities. So these are the investment which is done in the market from which the cash can be converted within a period of 3 months. And it lasts short-term deposits with bank. So these items are included in cash and cash equivalence. It is important to note these items will not be added or will not be included in current assets. These are considered as cash and cash equivalents. Now, cash flow statement is classified into 3 categories. First is operating activities. Second is investing activities. And third is financing activities. So, first we will study about cash flow statement from operating activities. Now, what does operating activities means? Those activities which is related to the operations of the business. As in the previous class, we used to prepare trading account. Now, why trading account was prepared? It was prepared to record all the operating activities of the business, which means activities which is directly related to the production of the business. That is considered as operating activities. So it will include all the incomes and expenses related to production of the business. So operating activities is basically considered as core income or core expenses of business. So all the income which is related to the production of the business or all the expenses which is related to the production of the business is considered as operating activities. So here we will discuss cash flow from operating activities. So cash flow from operating activities will include, first is sale of goods and services. So whatever amount the business is getting from sale of goods and services, it is considered as revenue for the business, and this revenue is known as operating activities because it is related to the day-to-day activities of the business. Second is income from trade receivables. So here trade receivables include debtors and bills receivable. So whatever amount or whatever income the business is getting from debtors and bills receivable, it is considered as income from operating activities. Third is income from royalties, fees and commission. So whatever income which is earned from royalties, fees and commission, it is considered as income from operating activities. Then fourth is payment for purchase of raw materials. So purchase of raw material is directly related to the production of the business, and we know whatever expense included for the production of the business is considered as operating activities. So here payment for purchase of raw material will be considered as expense from operating activities. And the last is payment for trade payables. So as we know, trade payables includes debtors and bills payable. So whatever amount the business is paying to debtors and bills payable, it is considered as operating activities, expense of operating activities. So in this session, we have learned the classification of cash flow statement. It is classified into three activities: operating activities, financing activities and investing activities. We have discussed what are operating activities, what are the cash flow from operating activities. In the next session, we'll continue with the format of cash flow from operating activities. That's all for today. Thank you.